In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve a system of 3 linear equations with 3 variables. And in this method, we're going to be using matrices to help us solve that. So the first thing we're going to do is turn our calculator on. And then we're going to click the second button and then the x to the negative first. And if you notice right above x to the negative first, it says matrix. So if I click that, I see matrix, or the matrices right here. They're all labeled with a separate letter. From there, I'm going to go to edit. So to do that, I'm going to hit the right arrow. And I want to enter or edit matrix A. So you can either hit enter or you can click number 1. I'll hit enter. And here's where we got to tell the dimensions. So I have 3 equations. So I need 3 rows. And I have 3 variables. So I need to have 3 columns in there for the 3 variables. When I hit enter, you can see I have 3 rows of 3. And then here, we're going to enter the coefficients of our x, y, and z. So down here, I have my system of equations with 3 variables involved. So I'm just going to put the numbers, the coefficients of my x, my y, and my z. So in the first row, or my first equation, I have a 4. Hit enter. I have a 1. So if you don't see the number in front of the letter, just know that it's 1. Hit enter. And then I have a 6. Hit enter. So that's the first equation. The next one is 2. Then we have a negative 10. Enter. And we have a negative 2. And we can enter that one. And the third equation, the coefficients are 3, 8, and 19. Once you have that in there, we'll go to our next step. So our next step would be to click the second matrix, or second x to the negative first. And we're going to go over to edit, but we're going to edit a matrix B. So I'm going to hit enter. And this one's going to be a 3 by 1 because we're going to be using the answers of each of these equations here. So I'll have, so this will be a 3 rows of 1. And then I'm just going to type in our answers, which would be 12, 12, and 38. Once I have those entered in, I'm going to exit this mode by hitting second and then mode. So I clear my screen here. And then we're going to go back into our matrix. So we're going to hit second, x to the negative first. And here you can see our matrices here. So I'm going to choose the first one, our letter A, so I can click number 1. And then here's where we're going to do the inverse of it. And the inverse is x to the negative first. So I'm going to hit that button, x to the negative first. And then we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply that. And then we're going to go back to our matrices. So second matrix. And then we're going to choose our second matrix. So matrix B. You can hit number 2. Hit enter. So we're multiplying those. And when I click enter the third time, I'm going to see my answers, and this is my x, this is my y, and this is my z. So they're always going to be in order of whatever the variables were in the equation. Now, if you get an error message on your screen, that means one of 2 things. It could be there is no solution, or there are many solutions. If there's only one solution, they will tell you these solutions here. So this only works, tells you what the solution is if it's one solution. Otherwise, you cannot tell if it's many solutions or no solutions on your calculator. So here the answer would be x is -1, y is -2, and z is 3.